Good morning, everyone. This is Dan. Welcome to Engelgeist. For those of you that are new, welcome. For those of you that are returning, welcome back. For those of you that support me over on Patreon, thank you so very much for your subscriptions. I do greatly appreciate them. This is the daily forecast. It is for all signs. It's originally created for Wednesday, September 6th. It's not solely set for that date if you're seeing it on a different date, and it makes sense. By all means, utilize the reading when you're seeing it. For more information about the channel, please check the drop-down menu underneath any of the daily videos. I do refer back to the Sunday underpinning energy, so that's the Sunday video that will populate the lower left-hand corner at the end of this video if you want to watch it. So let's see what the cards want us to know today. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Venus has come out of retrograde, but I think Jupiter's beginning to go into retrograde with everything else. Mercury's in retrograde, like everything's in retrograde. I want to say like 6 planets right now. So, but I think Venus has just come out. Let's see what the cards want us to know. Seven of Swords. It's interesting how this is depicted because she's kind of hiding in a cave. Normally, Seven of Swords is kind of like the liar, cheater, stealer card. I don't know why, but I get this feeling of almost protection coming off of this. Whether there is some sort of untruth around us being told to us or not being revealed or a lie by omission. Sometimes the Seven of Swords can also mean, someone may believe something that isn't the truth. And they don't know that they're lying or betraying because they believe in whatever it is that their sole goal or purpose is, if that makes sense, right? So they believe it and they believe it to be true, even though it may not actually be the truth. So I don't always see it as like an outright lie card. But for some reason, this particular depiction, I feel like this is us hiding, us as a collective, hiding what we know, what we think, maybe even telling, I don't want to say lies per se, but maybe not telling the full truth of how we may feel about a situation or think about a situation. Because swords is our thoughts, how we communicate our beliefs, right? And there's something about her taking refuge in this cave where although she is hiding, I feel like she's hiding out of self-preservation rather than hiding to say, lie purposefully. It feels more like taking our thoughts and going inward. It almost is giving me like a Four of Swords vibe, but it's a little bit deceptive. Like we know what we think, we know how we may feel around a situation. We just aren't sure if we're ready to maybe explain ourselves or speak to the situation for some reason, maybe to keep the calm, to keep the cool, to keep things easy right now. Underpinning this from the Sunday reading, the beginning of the week was the Knight of Wands, which was like this I don't care, I'm going in kind of energy. And the midweek card, which we're now at Wednesday, would be the Lovers, which is Gemini, also air energy like the Seven of Swords. And the Lovers is about making a choice, right? Ultimately, the card used to be called the Choice. We might be hiding our thoughts and feelings or our ideas around a situation because of something that we care about very deeply, hence the Lovers card, right? We don't want to say the wrong thing or do the wrong thing or maybe create a drama where there may not need to be one just as of yet. The weekly cards this week in the weekly reading, I had a really good feeling that we were moving towards something new that we want. And that's why I'm feeling, I think this Seven of Swords is more about us keeping our information close to the chest right now during this time, because the Lovers underpins this. It's surrounding a situation, person, relationship that's important to us. And we may not want to muck it up or say the wrong thing or start a fire where there doesn't need to be one. There might be something that we're feeling that we may not be wanting to be honest with ourselves about even. Because if we are honest with ourselves, we might have to make a choice, i.e. the Lovers card, in a significant relationship or situation. Maybe it's that choice to speak to our boss or that choice to quit our job, or that choice to speak our true needs in a relationship, but yet we're maybe afraid it will start controversy, so we hold back a little bit. And we're sitting with that. I actually get, this is where the Four of Swords kind of energy, it feels like we're sitting back, we're thinking, we're taking time to maybe assess the situation a little bit longer so that we know that we're making the right choice, the right decision, because it feels like it's so important with the Lover's card underpinning this. Let's see what the Sword of Light Oracle has to say. Card number 3. You know me in threes, it's the mind, body, spirit connection coming together. And we've seen this card before. It's Archangel Michael is with you now. Even though you can't see it, I am actively working on this situation. I am here and helping you. So, and I'm going to say this because I keep being reminded of this. The grounding stone for this week is angel, right? It's like calling upon your angels, asking your angels for assistance, allowing them in. If there's somewhere where we feel unsure about what we think and how to express it maybe, and that's why we might be holding it back, we can be assured that the situation is being aided or helped by, say, our guides or our angels. Archangel Michael is an archangel of protection. He's like the archangel of kind of war. He sort of runs the army of angels, and he's leading the sort of route for us in this 3 energy. So where we may feel unsure, doubtful, should I share, should I speak my truth, or should I continue to hide my truth? Archangel Michael will bring about the truth, or a scenario, let's say, for us to be able to express our truth. And maybe that's what we're waiting on, is that perfect time and that right moment for ourselves to express this truth, or for this truth to be expressed to us. If this is not us hiding the truth and it's a party outside of ourselves, I think this 7 showing up here today tells us that we know something doesn't feel right somewhere within a relationship, a situation, at work. And that truth is maybe waiting to be revealed. It will be revealed, is my feeling with Archangel Michael is here with you, right? Meaning he's finding a way to bring that truth to light. This halo around his head, which like glows so much because of the lighting in here, speaks to our 7th chakra and our knowing, right? The top of our head, our true knowing of what is really going on. And that's why I kind of feel like with this 7 of Swords, we know how we think or feel around a situation, or our thoughts around a situation. We just may not be ready to communicate them at this time. Let's look at the clarifiers. We have the Page of Swords. I believe we saw the Page of Swords in the weekly, in the Sunday reading. Did we not? I swear we did. Did we not see the Page of Swords? We did. He was with the Knight of Wands. His energy is about finding that last bit of information, that investigative. Pages bring information with them, learning, right? Again, air element. We have the 7 of Swords here. We have Gemini of Lovers underneath this. This is a lot about the mind, how we work, what we know, what we can communicate. We might be secretly looking for this one other piece of information before coming out of the cave to share our truth, if that makes sense, right? We're also maybe potentially in a position of learning about what is true for us and how to best explain or express that in a way that maybe doesn't harm others, but liberates us from the cave that we're hiding in a way. Let's see, the second one is the 7 of Pentacles. We now have 2 7s. The 7 of Pentacles is also a card of patience. So this 7 of Swords hiding in this cave, holding back, speaks, kind of coincides nicely with this 7 of Pentacles, because he's here sitting here looking at his crop going, is now the time to harvest this? Is the work that I'm putting in, or that others are putting in, is it bearing the fruit that I need this to give me, whether it's a relationship, a job, a choice, a desire, something that we're working towards. We may be reconfiguring at this time, secretly or silently, trying to figure out the information and how best to put it to work for us so that it does yield the harvest that we want. But it requires maybe a little bit of patience, a little bit of investigative work or ingenuity on our behalf, a little bit of maybe new thinking to allow us to see which direction headed. And that would be sort of the Lover's choice aspect underneath this. The last clarifier, interesting, is the Page of Cups. He's probably my second favorite card of the, not even probably, he is my second favorite card of the deck next to the Star. We see the week of the Sunday weekly ending in the Star card. So I'm happy about that. The Page of Cups thinks outside of the box, right? He's the dreamer of the deck, and that's why I love him. He's oftentimes associated with the sign of Pisces. And I love him because he's always got the cup and he's talking to the fish, and everybody's like, why is this dude talking to the fish, like in the tarot? But what they don't understand is that the Page of Cups kind of uses his emotions and the openness of his sort of magical thinking and innocence to see things from a different viewpoint, right, than anyone else in the deck. And oftentimes he can be misunderstood, but he knows how he feels. And he uses his feelings, his intuition, his emotions as a barometer or a guide, even if he's learning about them in the moment. With these 2 pages, 2 sevens, we have double doubles here, which I think is an interesting combination also. But these 2 pages say to me that there's something that we may be learning, regulating, quantifying in both our mental and emotional space right now, that ultimately we will ground into putting into our next steps of work with this 7 of Pentacles, right? But we may be like biding our time a little bit to understand better how we feel and what we think, or how to express what we need within a situation emotionally or even mentally. Right? I get this feeling that this is being done for ourselves, even if it feels a little bit hidden or in the background. I feel like we're taking this time for ourselves to understand what we're doing, why we're doing it, how we feel about it, what we think about it, and then put it forth and forward. Let's go to the grounding stone. And the grounding stone for the day is on Tiger's Eye. You can't even read this anymore from all the rubbing in the bag. It's generosity. I don't know that you can see it very well. But generosity to me is about, in this scenario with these cards, I really think this is about us being good to ourselves. If we do need to retreat, hide, take time and pause and look at the work. Sorry, the camera's out of focus. Look at the work that we are doing. Be generous and give to yourselves. It's time to learn, to grow with this page energy, to be open to new ideas, new feelings, new thoughts, to allow ourselves the time and the space to understand that we don't have to know it all at once. We don't have to have all of the answers all of the time. That we can take the time to sort of pause, reflect, ground ourselves, think about how we are feeling about a situation or how we're thinking about that situation, even if it feels kind of unclear. That can be the page's youthfulness about us learning about these new feelings or perceptions of a situation, relationship, whatever it may be for you. But be kind to yourself during this time and know that your angels are here helping you during this time. That's the angel stone for this week, and that's Archangel Michael is with you. He's showing you the way, or can show you the way, certainly if you allow him in or invite him in, to help you to find whatever this truth is, or this rearrangement of feelings and thought that is happening with these pages during this time. Something is transforming here this week. I really get that feeling from the Sunday reading and from these cards that I'm seeing here. So enjoy it and lean into it. Be generous with yourself and give yourselves plenty of room and space to learn and grow, would be my advice. That is your reading. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please hit the thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, share the video out, leave me a question or comment. I look forward to seeing you all tomorrow. Have a wonderful day, you guys. Take care. Goodbye.